Welcome to the Urban Torch Live and Direct, your go-to platform for breaking down urban culture, real news, and raw conversations. No fluff, no filters, just facts and fire content. Today we dive in deep into a controversy that's been setting the streets and the internet on fire. Are Adam 22 of No Jumper and DJ Vlad of VladTV empowering the culture, or are they exploiting it? Worse, could they actually be working against it? From the allegations of being culture vultures to the rumors of these guys allegedly being undercover police officers and federal agents, Adam 22 and DJ Vlad are polarizing figures in the media landscape. Are they shining a light on hip hop's raw realities, or are they profiting from its struggle while perpetuating harmful stereotypes and pushing evil agendas? Let's get straight into it. This is the Urban Torch Live and Direct, and I'm your host, Ishmael. Welcome.
Once again, we back at it like a trap addict. Yeah, buddy, with a new episode of the Urban Torch, live and direct. And I'm your host, Ishmael.
The hip
Yes,
hop
sir.
community has long been a space of vibrant culture, authenticity, and at times controversy. In recent years, two prominent figures in the media sphere, Adam 22 of No Jumper and DJ Vlad of Vlad TV, have become focal points of heated discussions about their roles in the culture that they so frequently spotlight. Critics have accused both Adam 22 and DJ Vlad of being culture vultures, a term used to describe individuals who exploit aspects of a culture for profit without contributing anything to or respecting the communities that they represent. Others have gone a step further, speculating about their potential ties to law enforcement, dubbing them undercover police officers and federal agents for their interviewing styles and the subjects they choose to cover. For Adam 22, his platform No Jumper started as a podcast exploiting underground music and has since grown into a major outlet featuring interviews with rappers, influencers, and controversial figures. However, critics argue that his focus on sensationalism, including interviews that delve into gang affiliations and legal troubles, perpetuate stereotypes and exploit vulnerable communities. DJ Vlad, on the other hand, has been in the spotlight for over a decade, known for his probing interviews with artists, particularly about criminal activities. Vlad has faced backlash for allegedly creating an environment where guests incriminate themselves. Some argue his questions cross the line from journalistic inquiry into investigation and police work. They accuse Vlad of being the cops, basically. So, first, before we move forward, we want to get clear. Let's break down the term culture vulture. What is a vulture exactly? A culture vulture is somebody who preys greedily and ruthlessly on people outside of their race. More specifically, a culture vulture is someone who profits from a culture without genuinely respecting the people or contributing anything to those communities. So for Adam 22 and DJ Vlad, these accusations lately have been loud and clear. These two have been accused in the court of the YouTube streets. So what are the allegations and the criticism against these two, Adam 22 and DJ Vlad? Drum roll, people, right? Sensationalizing destructive narratives and exploiting blacks and Latino people from urban communities. Specifically, Adam 22 has faced backlash for prioritizing views and revenue over the well being of his guests. His interviews often spotlight gang affiliations, drug use, and legal troubles, perpetuating damaging stereotypes about blacks and urban communities. DJ Vlad has earned criticism for asking probing questions about criminal activities, with critics accusing him of creating a space where artists incriminate themselves. Some even dub his interviewing style as soft interrogation, like first 48 style interrogating situations. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about? Now, before we go further, I want to stop for a second, and I want to speak very frankly about this situation. In my opinion, these are two great platforms. Both of these individuals offer opportunities for individuals to gain major exposure. It is one of the situations where, people that's in the hood that's trying to get out, they look at platforms like No Jumper and Vlad TV, and they feel like this is something that they want to aspire to. This is something that they want to accomplish. But on the flip side of that, a lot of people go on these platforms and no sooner than they get off the platform, they get dragged through the mud and it becomes a big controversy for that person. Some people even having beef in the streets allegedly that spill over from that situation. You know what I mean? You got people at No Jumper like Whack 100 and Brick Baby. You know what I'm saying? That have a lot of controversial topics that they kind of draw from these interviews of people that are there or that come there. Vlad TV, he interviews Boosie a lot, and people want to hear what Boosie got to say. But just recently, you had Jay Main from Chicago go out there, and he was asking Vlad, "Is you the cops?" And it's a lot of people that's starting to come on this platform and ask him the same thing, right? And so we got to kind of look at these situations, and we got to be analytical. We got to be objective, and we got to look at both sides. But at the same time, this specific segment that I'm creating is to spark conversation, is to delve a little bit deeper and look at both sides and see if these guys are just getting a bum rap, or is this the truth? Is it all hype, or is it the real deal? So we will continue from this point forward, delving deeper into this topic. But I just wanted to take a little bit of time out to speak on that real quick before moving forward. Okay, now back into it. So moving right along, another question people are asking is, do Adam 22 and Vlad have potential ties to law enforcement? Right? We were speaking on that a little bit. The undercover police theory comes from their interviewing tactics. Vlad in particular has been accused of framing questions to extract incriminating details leading to legal repercussions for some guests. While Adam 22 also faced direct accusations of law enforcement ties because his platform has been scrutinized for airing content that's harmful to his interviewees. And like I said, Jay Main actually got at Adam and Vlad recently and asked both of them the same questions, like, is y'all the cops? You know what I'm saying? So also they are viewed as cultural outsiders. Why is this? Neither Adam 22 nor DJ Vlad come from the communities they cover. They don't come from the hood. They ain't got no background in the streets. Adam 22 started as a BMX rider turned podcaster, while DJ Vlad transformed from being a DJ and a film producer. The lack of direct connection to hip hop roots fuels the argument that they're profiting off a culture they don't truly understand or respect. And then in the hood, you know what I'm saying, you see white people, you gonna automatically think they're the police anyway. So that's the thing, you know what I mean? That's another thing. But at the same time, these dudes is on big platforms. So there's also people defending these guys. So we're gonna look at the other side. Both Adam 22 and Vlad have defended themselves against these accusations, and Adam 22 argued that his platform gives a voice to underrepresented artists and shed light on the realities of their lives. DJ Vlad, for his part, insists that his questions are part of a journalistic approach and that artists are free to decline and he does not have to sanitize the questions and that they don't have to answer. Their supporters claim that these platforms serve as valuable outlets for artists to tell their stories and connect with broader audiences, which is true. They argue that the responsibility for self-incrimination lies with the interviewees, not the hosts. Amplifying voices have spoken up and said that No Jumper has been credited with launching the careers of artists like XXXTentacion and Juice WRLD. VladTV has similarly given underground talent a spotlight. And so we deal with the freedom of speech. Both hosts claim their platforms allow artists to speak freely. They argue that it's up to the guests to decide what they share and that the responsibility for self-incrimination lies with each individual that they are interviewing. So their defenders highlight that Adam 22 and DJ Vlad are savvy entrepreneurs navigating a competitive media landscape. Their platforms reach millions, offering a space for hip-hop culture to thrive in the mainstream. So looking at the big picture, we want to look at the debate of culture, commerce, and responsibility. This debate isn't about just Adam 22 and DJ Vlad. It's about the intersection of commerce and culture. As hip-hop dominates global entertainment, the stakes are higher than ever for ethical storytelling and cultural representation. So critics argue that the constant focus on violence, crime, and controversy risks normalizing these narratives and reinforcing harmful stereotypes. And for younger audiences, this can mean internalizing a skewed view of what hip-hop and urban culture truly represent. So meanwhile, the communities at the heart of these stories often see little to no benefit from the platforms that profit from their pain. This is big, man. You know what I'm saying? And I know people, they don't want to hear, they don't want to talk about it, or it came and it went, or whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, we got to take a deeper look at these platforms, as well as a deeper look as our strategy business-wise and what our desires is behind going on these platforms. And if you feel like these platforms ain't representing us properly, start your own platform. This is the Urban Torch Live and Direct, and I'm your host, Ishmael. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and press that notification bell. Why? So you can get more videos like this in the future later when I post, man. You hear me? Let's go, man. Yes, sir.